Hello everyone and welcome back to Cloud's Fortresscraft Frozen Factory, where I have done plenty in between episodes. I've gone ahead and hooked up the gas bottling unit again to the freeze-on. And this is a new machine I built. The one on the chlorine is still there. So we have full setup of freeze-on. And once I can see which direction to travel, hop down to the toxic caverns. And we have an entire setup for the chlorine as well. I just gathered these a minute ago. I was just down here. Now, my plasma head cutter's set up. That's probably going to go soon. I'm going to have trenchers on just about everything. And I've also done a lot of work on these lifts. If we just take off the last couple layers, I went and put some excavators way down below so that they wouldn't destroy. Now, what are you doing here? You need to go away now. That was so that I could see. I dug that power line down so that I could see where to put the excavators. Because sometimes the coordinates doesn't always work so well. Or at least it's not as easy. So, let me just finish removing this last little bit here. Because underneath, myself a little glow stick. It's completely cleared now, all the way to where I had the rest of the ore coming out. Or going down to. The rest of the cargo elevator lifts, whatever you want to call them. And one more on that side, I believe. Yeah, because these will go down that side. Yep, so we have another full set of lifts. We've got a little bit of ore in the way. But that's not really a big deal. You know, these little bits, I'll just shoot myself probably. We do, however, we have some coal in the way. Not a fan. This is the much larger coal deposit. So I'll just wastefully slap a bunch of these on here. Because I'm making them by the hundreds now, pretty much. And that won't take me very long to do. I'll do the rest of that off camera. And then we've got this nickel vein. That's not too bad. But pretty much the rest of the way, after the bombing that we did, there wasn't a whole lot of room for the magma to come down. We did have a little bit more splash down, but I've already taken care of that. And on top of me digging all of these shiny new tunnels, I went and brought 2 more lifts down here. You can kind of see the cutout from this. This was manually dug the rest of the way down. It took me a little while, but I had other things working while I was doing it. So we've run into a bit of a power shortage here. And I'll show you why. I've added an attempt to kind of add to my already awesome ore delivery system. I've went ahead and played around with the matter movers a little while. And these guys are power hungry, so I'm going to need to beam down either another 1 or 2 lines of power, or I'm going to need to change all of these lines to polished chrome lenses and make sure the lines coming into them are full at all times. So probably adding, you know, another generator or something up top to it. But we're doing alright with it. I prefer the transport pipes, to be honest with you. the amount of infrastructure required to add matter movers and all of that, it's really just, like I said, it's power hungry. And this one's not moving. Oh, yeah, they are moving. Yeah, it's moved 1,000 items. I don't know how long it's been running exactly. Not too long. It's one of the last things I did was set these up. Now, unfortunately, I've neglected my molybdenum. However, there's plenty for me to grab like that. And I got a lot of junk in my inventory. But that's because I was doing a lot. Another thing I did in between episodes, when I dug the new lifts down, I went ahead and, I sat there and I made a bunch of titanium plates and conductive PCBs. And I just went and made, let's see how many I have left. I have 6 improved, I had 12 improved cargo lifts made. So I replaced all of the old cargo lifts with shiny new ones. And we're actually seeming to do very well. We don't have any cargo lifts just hanging out here anymore. They're all in transit or randomly. It's a power shortage up top. We're seeming to have power shortages everywhere. I hope I didn't run out of biomass or something. I do have a lot of ore I just picked up. Quickly drop that off. And let me check on the biomass. Make sure we didn't run out. No, biomass is fine. I just gotta try to remember where that power is going down. So we're good here. Oh, I'm almost out of power. Easy fix. So yeah, I've replaced all of the lifts. We now have super lifts, or the medium lift. There is another lift. I believe it's the bulk lift.
Fusing up.
Bulk cargo lift. I don't even know how much power those require, but I'm sure it's a lot. So we need, yeah, we need 2 Mark V forced induction. Oh, it's chromium bars now. A lot of resin.
Fusing up.
And of course the lift before it. I'm still pretty much a ways away from that. So I'm going to build kind of a secondary one of these above here. Just another big solar power source, and we're just going to get rid of all of this stuff up here. We're not going to be smelting up here anymore. We have, on the other side, we have an entire line of these, and that's what's going to smelt what the quarry brings up. So we don't need this second line over here. We don't need the train carts. We don't need any of that much longer. Now this is still filtering out garbage. Oh, I see. It's filtering it from that to that. That's silly. I'll take care of that later. But yeah, this is all going to go. It all needs to go. Less machines I have up here, the less lag, hopefully, I'm going to have in the long run. And while I'm right here, I've got some lithium coils to drop off. And lots of stuff. Like, I don't want to carry these lifts around with me. When I'm ready to set those up, I can come and grab those. I don't need the matter movers. Don't need any of that stuff. Too much junk in the inventory. So now that all of that is done,
Reappropriation in progress.
I need to, well, we need a few more laser energy transmitters. We need to get more power going down to the magma chambers. And eventually we're going to end up conduiting power between Mark IV batteries all the way down there. But from what I remember, those conduits are pretty expensive, so I don't really want to get too into those right now. But we'll start here and see how the power is up here. Yeah, we are tapped completely here. We're tapped here. And we are tapped here. Alright, so the next stop will be the toxic caverns. But before we run there, I'm going to drop more chromium off. Since we're already up here, I'm going to drop more chromium off in there. Pick up my 50 polished chrome lenses. Because I have a large battery in the toxic caverns. And I believe that is where the power is beaming from into down below. So the large battery is still full. It has 3 coming in, 3 going out. So if we're going to do this, we're going to have to go up above and do the same thing. Change out all of the lenses. Ooh, you cannot stand on top of the matter mover. You go right through the thing. And if I want to do this one, I'll have to make a little bit of room. There we go. And this will be the first step. The next step will be to add more transmitters going down. And then eventually, like I said, conduits. We've already got a 3x3 almost shaft going down. It wouldn't be too hard to add conduits. Well, you know what's a problem? These batteries are probably a problem too. All the way down. Thank you. Probably don't even need those energy transmitters up there anymore either. But I'll leave them there for now. The next step will be replacing all of this stuff with conduits. Let me get out of here. Turn off this light. So we're beaming into here. Now we're filling up here. We need to send... Let's see, that one isn't full. That one's not full. This matter mover's in the way. We don't really need plasma heads to this degree down here right now. What we do need is more power to be sent over. Oh, this is going to be a pain to clean up. I'll just put them in there for now. Hopefully there's enough space. Probably not. That's okay. Put another hopper there. Alright. So, you are... just going over that way. I could probably make this a little bit more efficient, since I don't really need any of this other stuff anymore. Let's just cover this up. This one's full of cutter heads too. Ugh. Let's move these cutter heads as well. I wish these things stacked until you used them once, or at all. Once they have a little bit of durability damage or something, then it's okay if they don't stack. I understand that. While they're still full, they should be able to stack. I know there's a mod, blah blah blah, but we're not playing with mods. Alright, I'm just going to nuke all of this stuff. We don't need to... We don't even need that teleporter here anymore. I'm gonna let these come down. Lenses for everybody. And then get rid of all of this nightmare. I will place that light in just a moment. So get rid of that one. Put you there. Put you there. And you there. Alright, and now I need still a light source. So I've already put a battery there. And it's my belief that laser energy transmitters transmit to each other far better than they can transmit to and from a battery. I'm not exactly sure on this. This is just from what I've witnessed. But it's my belief. So I want to go 2 down more. Put you there. Put that there. And let there be light. And that's not facing the right way. You need to face that way. And a battery. And light. Point light, please. Thank you. Alright. Why? See, this middle one, that's the point I'm making is I think this middle one says 640 out of 2784, but these guys hang out pretty high near their max. And if you check, well, the average is pretty low. I don't know why the average is so low. Oh, well, that would definitely help. So these are all no good. I want everything beaming directly into a lens and on the way down. So we're gonna draw the rest of the power out of this battery before we head down. And then I'll hook another Arthur charging port where it's not gonna be in the way right there. We'll remove that other one next time I'm here. For now, I know this is useless. This isn't even getting any power. I'm definitely going to send another beam or 2 down before too long. And since I'm here, I might see, how did all of these get lenses and none of the ones up above them got lenses? That's probably what's been slowing this down the whole time. That's probably all I needed to do is fix that one set of lenses. But this is future planning. This is for my little platform here. I think we're actually going to reduce it down to 1. We're going to land on top of this, please. Thank you. And this one will be... There we go. Back down again. I'm glad I have so many of these polished lenses. And the middle one is the one that's not getting any power. So that's probably all fine. Yeah, that should be fine. I'd like to get down here because I see something. The laser energy transmitter. Yeah, I'm glad I got that. Alright, so our bottleneck is still definitely getting ore from where it's being mined into these. So instead of focusing more on the matter movers, I'm going to try to focus more on the tubes, the transport pipes. So in between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and hook up a bunch of the more transport pipes. I'm going to try to get this maxed out. I don't want these lifts down here at all. I want them to land, fill up their stockpile. If they're here for like another second or two, fine, whatever. But I'd really like them to just immediately fill up and then leave. Which might be a little difficult because their capacity is 1,000. But there's no sense in adding more blast furnaces or more lifts until we can move the materials that we're gathering now. I don't know if that's going to help or slow it down or what. But I like it anyway. So yeah, I'm going to add another couple lines of transport pipes. I'm probably going to do another layer of storage hoppers underneath, to be honest. So that I just have more access points to bring materials into. Now, let me go on this side now. Finish building out this walkway so I don't fall again. Because there's lava there, and as you can see on the top of that lava, this little weirdly shaped pancake thing, that means a worm spawned there. I was down here trying to grab blocks that fall on top of here, and the worm spawned and tried to eat me. Luckily I'm way too fast and he missed. He was probably a little bit slow because he spawned somewhere he really shouldn't be. Although there's lava there, so I guess that's a good enough reason for him to spawn, if any. So yeah, I'm going to continue to build more hoppers down here. Like I said, more access points. And I've already built a couple hundred more transport pipes. I've got 1,000. I didn't want to fall down there. That's why I built this. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig out a little bit to finish going in a complete circle, I think. But you get the idea. So I'll have tubes plugging into all of these. Well, not all of them, but a couple of them. And I'm basically just going to try to get molybdenum and chromium to max out these elevators without having to add more, because that's what these other ones are for. I've sent these other ones down here for when we start needing things like gold, nickel, titanium. Right now, we over stockpiled on those, so we have way more than we need. But as far as the tier 4, we're still a little short on those. I have half of a particle filter because we have nothing on the sulfur right now. So in between episodes, I'm also going to be working on collecting my magnetized and my chromed blocks, and hopefully we'll be able to set up sulfur for a permanent. We're not going to be moving any more of the machines because we don't desperately need just one or two things. Oh, that's a bummer. It's too short for me being able to grab them. And I only have 17 bars. That's alright. I can just hang out here until it has enough, no problem. But that'll do it for this episode, so I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you next time.